Perfect. Perfect. Alright, next job on the Supra is the steering rack bushes, so I kind of got a bit carried away and forgot to video. This funny looking bit goes on the passenger side, passenger side of the rack in a JDM Supra, and this has been cut and fed on. Undo the bolt there, and there's another bolt up top coming down, and they've both got nuts on the insides of this thing. So you undo both of them, pull the bracket off, and then you can just pull this off. So when you install the fancy new one that looks like this, I guess you put a cut in it somewhere. So I'll pull this off. Hope to God it looks the same as this, and then put a cut in it and install it. And then these ones are just pretty buggered, but it looks like it just sort of, you push the rubber bush into this housing, which is the power steering rack itself, and then you slide this metal sleeve inside it. And there's one here, and then one again straight up, which is up in there, and you can't really see it or get at it, but thankfully they put nuts in here, so you just undo the nut, and then you can pull the bolt out through the top without having to get a spanner up in there, unless it spins when you're undoing it with a rattle gun. So yeah, so one of these here and another one up in there, and then this one over here, and do the reverse of the removal, which is 2 bolts, and do it up to FT, because this holds your steering in, so if these fall out you're in trouble. Maybe even a bit of Loctite wouldn't go astray, but I don't think I'll bother this time. Alright, let's give it a go. Hope we got the right parts, because there were 2 options and I picked the bigger one, I think, so we'll see what happens. Alright, it appears we did get the correct size, so that's the new one, and then put it on top. Matches the shape of the old one, matches the diameter pretty damn close too, so that will work. So all we have to do is put a cut across here somewhere, and then put it up in its new little house. Alright, so with great skill and difficulty I got this first one out. I pretty much just cut one of these flanges off and then hit it with a hammer until I could just push it out with my hand. So it came out that way, which is frustrating because the other one is even harder to reach, and I doubt I can hit it with a hammer, and I hope to God it just falls out and I don't have to be contorted and swear for the next 6 hours trying to get it out. This one only took 10 minutes, so we'll see what happens. This one was pretty much the same deal. So I got the bush out, and yeah, it was pretty much get a pry bar, cut as much off of it as I could, and then hit it up back out through its hole. Thankfully I don't need to use these metal bits again because they give you new ones, and as you can see, these are a nice match. You can't really see, but just take my word for it, they're the match. So now I'll cover these in the sweet Vaseline they give you, insert them into their new homes in there, put the metal sleeve in, cut this one over here and fit it to its house, and reinstall the bolts, and then it's done. Alright, so I got this hunk of junk in. So pretty much what I did was I grabbed a longer bolt than the normal bolt. Yeah, nice sneeze, mate. Whatever. This one's longer, and I stuffed the old bush on the end because the thread wasn't very long, and then I put all this in there, with that on, put a nut on the other side, used a rattle gun and squeezed it on to the point where this was almost in, and then just used some pliers to just squeeze it so that it popped in, and then did up the rest over this. So now that's in. I made sure I put lubricant on the outside. Now I just got to put lubricant on the inside and put the metal sleeve in, and then the dreaded top one. I have no idea how I'm going to do this because I don't think there's enough room for that setup, but we'll see what happens. Alright, so the rack bushes are all done, all tightened up. You can see there's this one here, and then one behind here, one up there. Now the one on top was a real pain to get at to install the bush itself. I used the same apparatus as I did with this one, where it was an extra long bolt, one of the old bushes that I had to cut down a little bit so that it didn't have as much rubber on the outside. And then the new bush, and it was a little bit of luck and a bit of wiggling to get it to work, and it popped straight in after a while. And then I did the same thing with the sleeve in the center. I just put the apparatus back on the bolt and tightened it all up and squeezed it all down, and then did them up tight as I could. Yeah, as far as time, probably took me an hour and a half. As far as difficulty, lots of luck required. If you can do it outside of the car, do that. It is possible to do it in the car. It's a lot less fun. For anyone playing along at home, this is the part number I used for the Supra. I know it says Sora, but it does fit a 95 JDM Supra. So I don't know. I know there's 2 different sizes you can get. This one was a 50mm rack, I think. You can also get like a 46 or a 47mm rack, so that's the difference. I guess they're the 50, maybe it'll say 47 if it's the smaller one. So measure your rack, and it's just the diameter of the rack itself, and I measured right next to that big round funny looking tear shaped bush. This is the part that I used from Super Pro.